Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales. Thank you for joining me. I'm on my channel right now to protect myself and my air in my unit from the abusive neighbours that I'm surrounded by right now. If you haven't been on my channel before, my landlord has teamed up with the justice system to put me through very cruel abuse in my home, and they have employed the three neighbours that surround me and other neighbours around here that are involved in this to try and abuse me to death in my home. This has been going on for 19 months. They're abusing the air that I'm trying to breathe in my house right now. St George Community Housing has rigged these three neighbours' range hoods over their stoves so that anything that they put through them gets diverted into my unit. Instead of going out through the roof, I'm being forced to breathe in whatever these people feel like putting through their range hoods to torture me with. My home's been turned into a torture chamber, and it's been like that since at least Christmas 2024. But I've been going through abuse from these neighbours since the beginning of 2024. Or the end of 2023, the beginning of 2024, around then. Anyway, the three neighbours that have joined my unit are able to tamper with the air in my home. And you've only got to go back on my channel to see what I've been through from these people. The justice system and St George Community Housing have also handed over these abusers a camera to view me on in my home illegally. There's other random people out there too that are able to view in on my home, just random people. They pay to do this, and they're able to watch me be put through extreme cruelty in my home. And these three neighbours that live around me, that I'm surrounded by, that are doing this, they are being paid from these people in the community that are wanting to see me be abused in my home. So not only that, right? The health system have teamed up with the justice system and St George Community Housing to do this to me as well. And they have placed a monitor in my body without my knowledge. When I went and had a procedure done at Campbelltown Public Hospital last May, they implanted a device under my skin, in my body somewhere, and that monitors my vital signs. So while these sick people are putting me through abuse, they're able to watch my heartbeat on a monitor to see if it looks like I'm going to pass away from a heart attack, to see if it looks like I'm going to, if I'm having a panic attack. That's basically what they're wanting to see so that they can continue the abuse, because this is how cruel these people are. They're doing this to either cause me a heart attack or a stroke, or they want to cause me a mental health breakdown, or they're trying to make me give up on my life. Any of those options, they don't care, because the justice system want control of my life. And that's because they don't want the truth getting out about the 10 years that I have spent living with family and domestic violence in my life, and how police responded to my calls for help. And they're also covering up for a very abusive cop who harms women in his spare time for his fun. And they're also covering for a pedophile that I reported in 2020 here in Campbelltown. And the Campbelltown police have done nothing about that person because it's all part of the psychological abuse that they're putting me through. So these people that live around me, they're actually working for pedophiles and people that abuse women, put women through abuse. They're actually helping those people by supporting them and putting me through this abuse. But you see, they don't care because they're just getting paid for it. And they're obviously people who enjoy inflicting cruelty onto another person. I mean, to be able to do that to another person, that takes a very special kind of evil to be able to do that, if you ask me. And I'm surrounded by them. There's 3 of them. There's 1 next door and there's 2 downstairs, and they're all able to tamper with my air. Since last Christmas Eve, people have put me through torture in my home, and they've used foul smells. They've used raw gas. There's been times when they've sent raw gas through. They torture me with cigarette smoke. And I'm a non-smoker, and, believe me, I used to love smoking, but I can't smoke anymore. It's something that my body can't tolerate. So I can't smoke, and it makes me very sick. And this person in the unit next door is tampering with my air constantly with cigarette smoke. And the person who lives diagonally to me has done that as well. And the woman downstairs, she attacks me with the dust that falls down out of the roof when she puts on her range hood, or when any of them do. All these fibres fall from the roof that are a part of the insulation, and I'm being forced to breathe this in, and it's my home's basically unlivable the way it is because of the way this stuff's falling out the roof. I can't turn to anyone for help because the Campbelltown police are involved in this, and St George Community Housing, they're running this racket. They're the ones who put the cameras in my home, and they're not doing anything about it. And if I call out to them for help or call them or anything like that, they try and manipulate me more and put me through more abuse. So there's absolutely no one to reach out to for help here. Everyone I turn to for help, the justice system blocks the help. And I'm in need of help urgently, because these people are trying to abuse me to death here. And right now, I have someone in the next unit, the 3 neighbours that are joined to my property, right? They're watching me on an illegal camera in my home. For a start, that's very, very serious crime. They're viewing my devices illegally. Another very, very serious crime. They're watching my heartbeat out of control on a monitor as they inflict cruel abuse, while other people pay them to watch me go through that torture. That's what this bitch is doing, or him. I don't know. Even if they're a man, I'm calling them that, because you have to be doing that to a woman, as far as I'm concerned. You're a coward. This person's sitting there in their, and she's doing it now while I'm talking. This is how smug these people are. This is how smug they are. They think they're getting away with it, or they just can't control their urge to, to hurt me because I'm sticking up for myself and I'm speaking the truth about them. So that's what she's doing. He or she, it could be a she. I don't know. I'm picking up on that strongly, but it could be either, really, because I don't know who it is. But they're definitely in that unit doing this. And the others have done this too. There's one that lives diagonally to me that breathes smoke through all the time. Anyway, last night, this person in the unit next door, they were torturing me. I was being tortured in my home. I was screaming. I was screaming in distress for the person to stop, because I'm being provoked 24 hours a day. I don't know if anyone out there can imagine what that's like being provoked like that 24 hours a day. And that they attack me overnight, when I've been through a whole day of it, they're doing it again. And I begged, I pleaded with this person to stop, and they would not stop. So I want to speak about this right now, just to let people know just how cruel this person is, and the others too. They're the same. This woman downstairs, there's been times when she's abused me like that, and I have been pleading for mercy. Please stop, and she will not. And I've never done anything to these people, ever. They're obviously very cruel, sadistic people who enjoy doing this to an innocent person. And yeah, as I said, it would take a very special kind of evil to be able to do that, as far as I'm concerned. They're sitting there watching my heart. They're violating my privacy. They're violating my body because they are causing my heart to have this panic attack. And they're doing it, 15 times a day. So I think they're probably being given advice, to do it like that, because that's probably putting the most stress on my heart, because they're trying to cause a heart attack. It's attempted murder every time these people do it. And she says, he or she in the next unit, they're so smug. Like, they were just doing it then while I'm making this video. And they're watching me film this before I even upload it to YouTube. This is how much this person is violating my privacy. All these people. I have no privacy. They watch me in my bedroom. So I have no privacy. That's how much these people are violating me, and they're getting away with it, and they're so smug. Because there's no police here. The police in Campbelltown were just stalking me, right? I was typing up the script for the last video that I made. I was just, editing it. And when I got to the part where it was about the emergency services here in Campbelltown being involved in this whole situation, because they're all involved, and they're trying to set it up so that I have a health episode, then they can get me to the Campbelltown hospital and they can keep me there and I might never get out. That's what they're trying to do. And I can say this because I was set up and taken to the Campbelltown Public Hospital back in February of 2024, totally set up and held there for 5 weeks against my will and put through extreme psychological torture by the doctors, the nurses, and everyone who set foot on the 4th floor during the time I was at that hospital. And I'll pin some videos to the end of this. If you're interested, you can go and watch them and see what I went through there. 5 weeks of psychological torture where they tried to cause me a mental health episode after they got me to the hospital. It's all being done by the justice system, trying to cover up these crimes that they've committed. Anyway, when I was typing up the video, I got to a part in the video where it was saying that the Campbelltown Emergency Services are involved in this, and exactly what I was telling you just then, how they're trying to set something up. Well, the Campbelltown police, they were watching what I was doing on my devices because they're viewing in on the illegal camera. They're watching me go through all this watching me go through all this advice. I don't know where that comes from, but abuse. They're watching me go through all this abuse. And they're also watching me film this video now. They also have access to my devices. There's a lot of people that do. So they knew that I'd got up to that part. And when I got up to that part, they started stalking me. Right when I got up to it, to create maximum stress. And I'll tell you now, I'm shaken. I'm shaken because I'm dreading what these cruel people are going to do over the next 24 hours again. Because of a night, it's either this one or him down there, and of a morning, it's her. They all take turns. They take turns off being paid from these people that are viewing into my home, these sick people that think that watching someone be put through cruelty is fun for their entertainment. I'm an innocent person. I don't deserve any of this. I don't deserve any of it. And, this person next door to me, all of them, that's how smug they are. And the cops, Campbelltown Police. That's why I've just been putting so many videos out today and so much information, because I need urgent help, urgent, absolutely urgent. So please, if there's anyone out there that can help me, please help me, because these people they're hunting me in my home. They're preying on my life 24 hours a day, and they think it's a joke. This is how immature and sick-minded these people are. And they're trying to affect my breathing. Anything that they can do, they're trying to affect my health. And it's not only psychological, it's physical abuse. The way they're affecting my heartbeat. And then when they see my heart pick up on the monitor and they see that, they'll increase the abuse because there's some grand prize here for the person who kills me or the person who gets me to the hospital. So I'm just telling you what these three neighbours are doing. This is what they're doing. They're hitmen and women. That's what they are. And that's how smug they are. As I'm filming this, he or she was just breathing smoke into my house as I'm filming this, crying out for help. And yeah, I'm on like this. And they don't care. These people have no empathy. They don't have an ounce of empathy whatsoever. None. Extremely cruel, extremely sadistic. And I think they're doing it for attention. Like they're doing it for the attention that it's getting them off the abusers that are viewing into my home illegally. That's why they're doing it as well as the money. They're doing it for the attention it's getting them. They feel like they're privileged, to be having that close access to me, to be able to affect my air. Like they think that's, they're just so almighty and powerful so they can affect my air in my home. That's so sick. And then to watch someone's heartbeat on a monitor while you're carrying out abuse, that's so friggin' deranged. But that's what they're doing. So, yeah, if you can help me, please help me by sharing my video, one of my videos. As I said, I'll attach some videos to this one. That will be really good ones for you to share because they will explain, the big picture of what's gone on here. My family are involved as well. I want to make that very clear. My family have been involved in this whole setup. They have taken bribes from the justice system to be a part of this. They've lied to people. They've also stolen an inheritance from me. They basically just abandoned me one day. And that was the day of the setup where I was taken to the Campbelltown Public Hospital back on the 6th of February 2024. That happened. And since that day, it was all set up by my family. They took bribes from the justice system to purposely isolate me. And the community here in Campbelltown has purposely isolated me as well. All of the essential services that a person needs to live in a community to lead a healthy and harmonious life in the community. All of those essential services have been taken from me by the justice system for no reason. I'm innocent. It's all because they're trying to kill me, but they're trying to kill me as a group. And these neighbours here, they feel like they have prime position. They feel privileged. They feel, like just so powerful, that they can control somebody's air. It's so disgusting. So please, if you can help me, please help me because there's no one to help. This channel is my only protection and I will be getting on my channel every time this disgusting person next door or any of them attack my air. This woman downstairs, she attacked my air all last night and this morning with dust. My home's absolutely full of dust as well. And they're also doing that to put me through the humiliation every day of having to vacuum my home every day and go over my entire home just to make it livable. That they're doing it for that reason too, so that people can watch me in my home go through that humiliation and suffering. And the Campbelltown police are watching me go through this suffering on the illegal camera. They're watching it and they're encouraging it because it was just after the police stalked me just then that this person started up breathing the cigarette smoke in. So he or she, they seen my heart pick up when the police started stalking. So then they've taken advantage of that and they've started breathing the smoke in and thought, beauty, she's having a panic attack. I'm going to make it worse. Now they're sending motorbikes past too. This is what they do. They try to create They all work together. There's only a few groups left doing this. That's because there's been environmental crimes committed here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, and the crime that's been committed against me and the environmental crimes can be classified as crimes against humanity, and they violate international criminal law. They also violate universal law. This is how serious these crimes are. And the Campbelltown Police are encouraging it. Absolutely. And so St George Community Housing. They're the main instigators. And the only groups left in this now are the ones that can abuse their power to the extreme. And that is St George Community Housing, the landlord who's rigged the range hoods and put these cameras in my home. They're taking money from people to view the cruelty that I'm going through, and they're paying these neighbours to put me through the abuse. So how many landlords are out there doing that to people, running these scams, and how many people has St George Community Housing done this to in the past? That's what I'd like to know, and I'm sure we'll all find out in the near future. The Campbelltown Police are still involved in this. They were just encouraging it. The 3 neighbours that are joined to my property are involved in this. Every now and then there's other neighbours around here that have been involved in this the whole time it's been going on as well, and they will do something from time to time, but it doesn't really worry me what they do, because it's my air that I'm concerned about right now. The way my air is being attacked, the air in my home is being violated by these disgusts who think it's funny to do that to an innocent person. And then there are Transport New South Wales workers that are still involved in this. They were carrying out abuse as I woke up this morning, and that's what triggered the panic attack. And this neighbour seen me having that panic attack this morning as well and started breathing smoke. So this person next door that's he or she is trying to murder me. That's what they're doing. They're watching my heart as they're carrying out the abuse. So I'm just speaking the truth here. That's what you're doing, neighbour. You're trying to attempt murder on me every time you do that, especially when you're watching my heartbeat on a monitor as you're carrying out that abuse. That is attempted murder, and you will be caught. You will be. You will be, because a lot of people know what's going on. And that's why I'm creating these videos too, just in case anything was to happen, at least someone would know out there, because there are several people showing interest in these videos that are very interested. I can tell. So yeah, there's also groups of abusive men that are still involved in this. There's a lot of businessmen here in Campbelltown that have been involved in this abuse, that are either sending people to stalk me in my home in loud vehicles. They try and create as much pollution as they possibly can. Campbelltown Police have also been supporting that, which is an environmental crime. And they're also sending stalkers to me when I go out too. When I go out, I'm stalked by hundreds of cars on the road, unnecessary cars, and they try to create as much pollution as they possibly can when they do that as well. And yeah, they send stalkers after me when I go. People that view into my home illegally, they will get ideas on how to carry out abuse. They'll see something that I've done in my home, and then they'll go to the place where I go, because my vehicle's got a tracker on it too. Same with these neighbours. They're tracking my vehicle everywhere I go. They know how long it's going to be before I get home. They're seeing everything I do. And yeah, people follow me to wherever I go, to the shopping centres, in public places. They follow me, and they carry out abuse based on the things that I've done in my home, to let me know they've been watching me in my home. They know everywhere I go, everything I do. And this person is still breathing cigarette smoke in my home as I'm speaking right now. So I know this person's not going to stop. And it's like when I stick up for myself, it's like they want get back. You know, I'm trying to protect my air here. I'm not trying to get back at anyone. This isn't a vengeful video. This is me protecting my life and my home. But these people, it's like when I protect myself, they do it more. So just let it be known right now that this person that's how smug they are. They're still doing this. And these other neighbours, they're exactly the same, especially her downstairs. She's a smug like that too. They just think that they're getting away with it because the Campbelltown police, no, you're not getting away with it, you know. You're not. Because there's someone that's going to watch this video that's very interested in what's going on here. They are. And you're going to get caught. And they're going to know when you go to court and you're charged with all this, they're going to know because of what I'm saying on these videos that you were ruthless, that you were absolutely cruel, that you were sadistic, and that even when I pleaded for you to stop, you kept going. That's what they're going to base your jail sentence on, okay? That's why I'm making these videos. Just know that you will be caught. If you can help me, please help me. If you can help me in any way to get justice, let me know. My contact details are in the description box of this video. Thank you for listening, if you've listened to this to the end.